Hey everyone, it's Paige, and I'm at my first NASCAR race, and I am so excited. But of course, I love golf, and I found a putting green. So Noah's gonna join me today, and we're gonna do a little competition. So if I win, Noah's gonna take me around in his car, and if Noah wins, then I'm gonna treat him to one of my favorite golf courses. So we're gonna play 6 holes. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm not too good of a golfer, but let's get after it.
So today is race day. How do you prepare yourself for such a long race? Because I know it must be mentally and physically exhausting, and now you have to play golf with me too.
Yeah, they're long days out here. It's fun being able to hit some balls. I've never been able to do this at a racetrack.
So what do you do on like your off days when you aren't focused on just driving all the
It's
time?
like 7 days a week.
Really?
If you want to be good at it. If I could sit on the couch all day, every day,
Yeah.
and just play Xbox and hang out with my buddies or go out on the lake, but to really get the most out of it, I try to go to the shop every day
Yeah.
that I'm in town in North Carolina where the race shops are. And
Is it hard though to like hang out with your family and your friends when you're doing this? I mean, like you said, it's 7 days a week.
yeah,
every
your
single week.
team is kind of like your friends. So at least for myself personally, I hang out. It'd almost be like hanging out with your caddy or
Oh no. Sit.
your group of friends.
Okay, so now what's a day on the track like for you?
So
Like, you're
it starts
busy, but
early.
what does that look like?
Yeah, it starts early. We get to the racetrack and then I like to go out to the merchandise hauler and check that out. I like to meet the fans and see if I can sell some t-shirts and hats and whatnot, and then sign some autographs, and then meet and greets with different partners,
Yeah.
sponsors that we have at the racetrack, their clients and customers and whatnot. So
Next,
are we
you're
going
picking.
over here and then
Yeah.
we'll go diagonal or something?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Okay, lead us off on this one.
So you're up 1 right now on me.
I'm up 1 still. So
Let's
you
see
gotta
here.
have a comeback here.
Get there.
So who's your favorite?
That wasn't bad.
That was not
That
bad.
wasn't bad, baby.
Okay, no, so who's your favorite person to race against? Like, who makes you better?
I'd say they're all good. Kyle Larson's probably one of the best drivers in the Cup Series right now.
Go. Go.
Kyle Larson's probably one of the best, but you know, in the Cup Series, everybody's good. They're all good. It's kind of like being on the tour where, you know, you're more racing the racetrack and trying to just focus on what you can control rather than what other people are doing. Because, you know, like golf, it's just you and what you can do. So this is your first NASCAR race, right? So
Yeah.
let's pick you a driver. Based off your favorite number, what's your favorite number?
So it's funny, in golf, I always play high numbers on the golf balls.
Yep.
Because I hate playing number 1 and then 2, 3, 4, not my favorite. And so I've been playing a bunch of 10s on my golf balls lately.
Bam, baby, right there.
Is that you?
That's me.
We only have 1 more hole after this one. Oh, and you didn't even hit it. Oh!
Hit it with my purse.
I mean, take offense to that because I got closer than you. Oh, that was clutch.
That's nice.
That
That's
was
nice
clutch.
right there.
So I have to leave my mark with the drivers, and so I've been teaching them how to be an Instagram golf girl, and so I'm gonna teach you how to pose today.
Okay.
So first off, we gotta work our angles, so there's a lot of like pop
Oh, I-
tips, some like kind of, you know, bent over. You really just wanna make it, yeah. You gotta loosen the hips up a little bit,
There.
jeez.
I think we gotta loosen up the buttons.
You gotta, yeah, you gotta have the buttons open. Gotta get the chest hair going, and then you can always do like a little like
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like
So you can
elbows
do
in.
that, and then I like kind of like this one. Wait,
What are we doing here?
cross your leg, pop this hip, and then hand on the hip, and then just like get kind of like sexy with your eyes.
Shit, my hips like popping in and out.
And then, yeah, I think you nailed it. I think you nailed it.
Oh, that might be in. Might be in. I'm not a golfer. We'll get into the race cars and we'll see who's better.
That's it.
Good game.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait to be in your car one day, and good luck. I am
Thank you.
rooting for you, as you are my favorite driver now. So I am getting the full NASCAR experience, and Matt is going to give me a hauler tour. A hauler tour.
Yeah. So we just got in the garage today here at Daytona. It's a couple hours before the race is going to start. We'll check out the hauler and see what we got inside.
Well, let's see inside.
Absolutely. I'll show you inside. So this is the number 10 hauler for Noah Gragson. This is our home away from home. And like I was saying, we carry everything that we would need throughout the weekend. So we starts back here with all our individual lockers. Pretty much everyone on the team, from road crew to pit crew, we all have a space for our stuff, our equipment, whatever we need. And then behind you here, this is the most important area where the food is.
Yes.
We have a pit crew, a bunch of grown athletes, and we got to eat. So we do spend a lot of time in here. Our truck driver takes care of us, buys snacks every week. And
good little mix in here.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Well, in there's a lot more sugar. We'll leave that one closed.
Cookies.
Yeah.
This is where I would live. This is my.
As we move further down, right here, these are where the fire suits are kept. So everyone that goes over the wall during the race or behind the wall support wears a fire suit. So everybody has their own individual suit.
How do you deal with this when it's so hot out?
It's not fun,
Yeah.
especially with, like, these are black. In the hot sun, it gets even hotter, and we actually have to wear these underwear underneath it that is even more flame resistant. So it gets pretty sweaty, not gonna lie. But sometimes in between pit stops, we'll find some shade, find somewhere to wait it out. But
so you guys also have to make sure that you are hydrating.
Hydrating is very important.
It's funny because in golf we have like the maintenance crews, and we always say that they are like the unsung heroes because they're doing all of the hard work behind the scenes, and they never get the credit that they fully deserve. And anytime something goes wrong, they're the first ones to get the criticism.
Absolutely.
And that's the first time most people ever talk about them. And so this is very similar to me to that, where it's like you guys are really doing the down and dirty work week in and week out, making sure that you make everyone's lives easier, and maybe you don't always get the credit that you guys
it is a team effort for sure.
Yeah.
The driver, the same thing with him though, he's in the car and it's even hotter for him.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, even if we didn't need to go over the wall for anything, it's like, all right, if he's gonna suffer, we're gonna suffer with him.
I like that.
As we get further down, we have a communication center. So communication is very key, especially at a place like Daytona.
Yeah.
So there is a spotter on the roof, and he can see the entire track. Because it's so big here, he may even have binoculars, but he has multiple radios on throughout the race, as well as the crew chief sitting on the pit box. They communicate on a separate channel if there's something the driver doesn't need to hear, so don't want to distract him. And then there's the main channel where he talks directly to the driver, especially here because we're going 200 miles an hour in inches apart, 34 cars, 36 cars. And Noah has different voices from the crew chief and the spotter. How would you be able to play golf with that many different voices?
I think it would help me because the one voice I have in my head is quite negative. So I think having like positive reinforcement or someone just kind of telling me what I need to do, or maybe to calm down, or this is the strategy, I think that would help me personally. I think if I was a driver and I'm in that situation, I would be one who would want more communication. Because it tends to go quite negative quickly. And so I think that could be so helpful for so many drivers.
Usually, if we weren't at a speedway race, we would actually have the second car up here. I don't have one to show you, but this is where the cars ride.
That's wild.
Yes. So normally the backup car goes all the way to the front, and usually, as long as it stays there, it's a good weekend. But at the end of the race today, the elevator, that big door in the back, will drop down. We'll put the race car on it tonight, hopefully covered in confetti and champagne. Roll it up, it raises up, and then it rolls up and parks right here. So it's pretty wild. People don't realize the race cars actually ride on the top.
Yeah, that's insane. That's really cool. This is crazy.
Yeah. That's his helmet for tonight.
Oh my gosh.
He's got pretty much one for every different sponsor he has, and a lot of them he designs himself.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he does a nice job. And one last thing, if we have a minute, this is the lounge. This is where a lot of the race strategy is done. So as you come up here pre-race, generally the crew chief, he's in a meeting right now, as well as our engineer like Dylan. They are watching the race right now, but normally we're doing strategy and planning for tonight as it gets closer to the start of the race. And the driver will get ready up here before he goes out to the car. And yeah, that's kind of what we got.
Too bad. So thank you, Matt, so much for giving me a tour. This is absolutely incredible. I need to keep my house this clean because it is absolutely spotless. But really, really cool. Thank
No,
you.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming, and you ready to come join the team? We need some help tonight.
I will stock up the ice cream. That will be my job, and I think I could do that quite well. I'll be on snack duty, but I'll leave everything else up to the real professionals.
We'll get you some practice next time you come change some tires.
Amazing. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
So I hung out with Noah, gave him some putting tips, saw the inside of his hauler. I now know what a hauler is and what is inside a hauler. And what is left is for me to enjoy the race, and I am so excited. So until next time, that is all.